Breaking free from the myth of independence. We have been sold a lie, right? The myth that being strong means doing everything alone. Where do you find yourself struggling with a lot of stuff and feeling like you have to do it by yourself? When you look into your relationships, your work, your health, your emotional and mental well being, are you doing it all by yourself? Do you believe that I'm independent? I don't need anyone. Actually, it's very funny how, like, what I call an illusion of self love, where often people believe that I don't need a man because I'm independent. Mm-mm. Is it really true, or is a part of you that is saying that because you are wounded? But you know that it would be nice to have a partner. And I'm not talking about needing a man from without a man you can't live, but just knowing that men represent that masculine within us. And when we are not in touch with the wholeness within, with our masculine and feminine, we may feel like I don't need a man, I don't need a woman, which is an illusion, right? So I'm just here to let go, to ask you to let go and break that myth of independence. Because if there is anything that leads to pain, to struggle, and all that, is actually I call it the false independence. Because when you are independent, you know that you are worthy of being supported, and you understand that strength isn't about doing it alone. You understand that strength is about knowing your worth and embracing support. That's what being independent is. It's knowing that you've got people around you. As much as when people are coming through to ask for help, you are always there for them. You drop everything for everybody. And people speak about you, how much you are helping, how much you are loving, and all the stories that they're always saying about you. Why is that? Because you show up for them, but you don't give them a chance to show up for you the way you show up for them. You deny them that chance because you want to wear a crown of the Miss Goody, whatever, Miss Independent, the strong one. And often, what I understand about the whole illusion of being independent, often it's just an emotional isolation where you feel like you need to protect yourself, the lone wolf, and you are blocking everyone away because you are afraid of people seeing your pain, and you find yourself emotionally isolated. You feel very lonely by yourself. And it's quite interesting because I went through, I mean, I don't talk about things or the path that I have not walked. I don't. I'll talk about something that I have experienced myself. Independence isn't about isolation. And I'm talking about this because, like I said, the accelerator in my life was being separated from my children. And that was the moment when I found that vulnerable aspect of myself. That was the moment when I came across or I met my inner child. That was the moment when I connected with all the wounded aspects of myself. And I remember just being pissed off by myself. And the being pissed off was coming from nobody cares. And I felt like people are just carrying on with their life as if everything is okay. No one is even asking me, how are you doing? How are you really holding on? How are you feeling? Which is one of the most important questions when you're connecting with other people. How do you feel? And I'm just inviting you. How often do you find yourself connecting with people and also checking in, like really caring, not like, oh, how are you? Which is what we do. And then we just respond as if we are just robots. Oh, I'm good. We don't even check with ourselves to say, when I say I'm good, do I really mean that I'm good? Or I'm just saying it from the neck up? Even when someone is asking you, how are you doing? Do you ever stop, take a breath, and check in with yourself? How am I really feeling? Because with time, going through a lot of challenges, I just realized the importance of being with what is. And I found myself that at times when I meet somebody who really cares, actually, your energy as well is it says a lot about you, you know. If you meet people and you're just like asking, how are you, from like from the neck up as well, you may not get the response that you maybe desire, where you feel like, oh, people, even if you ask people how they're doing, they never open up. Why? Because maybe you are closed up, or you are showing up with the energy of judgment. As I'm speaking about this, there's a lot that is showing up, especially on the masculine side. There's a lot that is showing up, and it's quite interesting because when you're talking about this false independence, which is really the cause of suffering, it's like wearing that mask of I'm strong, I'm independent, I can do it by myself. And I talk about this a lot, that the patriarchy closed man's heart, and many women are also affected by this, because with time women felt like they had to imitate men for them to be valued. And some of you may be saying that, oh, men are intimidated by my power, men are intimidated by my success. Is that really true? Just take a deep breath and feel in your body. Is it really true? Or you have just shut down, you do not know how to open up, you do not know how to allow your feminine to just be. Because when you're talking about the masculine, is also that structure, right? But if at all you coming through with this false masculinity while you are trying to protect yourself, which is what I call protecting yourself from the lower vibration, you are blocking people out. You know, people cannot connect with you because of the walls that you've built around your heart. And what if today you just choose to just embrace that you're tired of being independent, and just feel into the possibility of you connecting with other people, or even when it comes to just like a partner, a lover, husband, you know, or even you holding space for your partner. Because we both, men and women, we need a space where we can feel safe to be ourselves, where we know that somebody can hold space for ourselves when we need that. And here's another lie. Most women will say that men do not open up. But the question is, can you hold a safe space for a man when he allows himself to just open up and let go of everything? Can you do have the capacity to hold space for that man? Or you'd open up and the next thing you turn around and use all that against him? The same thing. It's the same question that I'm asking men, right? So, with breaking free from the myth of independence, which was like my downfall in the sense of I held into this and I didn't know how to let people in. There were many people who were open to help me. Actually, I'm feeling emotional because it always breaks me wide open when I receive. And it's quite funny because people would reach out to me and say how I realize that you haven't said anything, but I'm here for you. I'm offering you this. And I'll start just crying, you know, because I have not allowed myself to receive. And at times you may be in leg scarcity, broke, whatever shit you call it. But it's just coming from that you are not open to receive, whether it's love, whether it's wealth, whether it's just the support that you need. You're holding into the false independence, and this is the core of your suffering. What if you choose to let go of that? Right? And I've got a bit of a homework here for you. But part of me is mostly afraid of being seen in my truth. Right? Like I say, oh my God, when Divine Mother Ocean came through and just gave me this permission and said, look at your beauty, and even guided me to say, the work that you are meant to do, you are not going to be able to do it if you are not willing to embrace your shadows, if you are not willing to go as deep as this work calls you to go. And some of you are coaches, healers, social workers, you know, you provide service for other people. But the impact that you are meant to make, you are not going to make it with the walls around your heart. So, what part of you is most afraid of being seen in your truth? And before you can say anything, I just want you to take a deep breath and feel into your body, feel into your heart. And what is your truth even? I'm feeling emotions from my own experience. I'm also feeling emotions from the people that are watching this and that are going to watch this at a later stage. These are like aspects of yourself that truly wants to be seen in that truth. What is the gift that vulnerability could bring to your life? Right? Imagine. And speaking about that a little bit, because when you're talking about intimacy, the gift of that comes with being vulnerable, baby. When you just open up and allow yourself to be worshipped by your partner, it's part of that gift. When you allow your partner to just see you in your beauty and love you in your ugliest moment, who said you are only lovable when you are perfect? Hmm? So, because the good thing is, those people who are going to be afraid of your vulnerability, they were never meant to be in your life. They don't deserve to be in your life. And when they move, you fucking close that door. Because they are just taking space and denying all you of the moment to meet somebody who has the capacity to hold space for the queen and the king that you are. So I'm just calling you on that. And list one area where you need help and commit to asking for it today. And with that said, I'm on this journey with you of letting go, and I'm offering you a session at 250 euro, which is normally 555 euro. If you really want to take advantage of this, drop me a message below and I'll give you more details. I want you to win. Probably you had some goals this year and you were not able to achieve them. And you have given up, like, oh, next year. There is still time. And this is the moment for you to build that momentum. But you need to let go of the false independence because it's the reason why you are suffering. I love you. And I can't wait to jump on that session with you. Much love. Bye bye. Don't forget to book a call and subscribe.